Okay, y'all, we are gonna fix the trap here. I've got a pulley right here, got some string right here. I'm gonna grab some pliers and some wire, and I'll show y'all how to make a trip string on a trap. Y'all probably already know. This is a trap actually a guy gave me here a while back, and I've never set it out. So well, my trigger is going to be up here. It's going to come down here to right down here. So I don't know how far back I should really put this. Probably about right here. So we're going to tie that in here right now. Right here. Just going to tie it light where it'll kick it out. And then I'm going to do like I do on my other traps. I put a long piece of wire. And then I'll tie this right here. So hopefully they'll kick that off. And I'll still have my wire. I won't have to dig up any more wire. And but the way this is going to be, it's going to be a just a stick up here holding it. I got a little metal rod that we're going to stick up here. Come on now, tighten up. There's all kinds of ways, guys, you can do these traps. This here works really good. It's just a super simple way to do it. And I just pull enough through here that'll reach the other side and have plenty. That way if they break your wire, break your string or whatever, you can always have some to tie back, you know what I'm saying? Just come straight across your trap. It's about that high. And for now, we're just gonna lay that right there. And you want your string, when they come in and push on it, they push into that. You see what I'm saying? You don't want on the back side because they got 6 inches they can push, and they'll never trip your trap. This way you can put it up against there, and you can snug this up to where hopefully they'll trip it. So see how much we need here. Probably about that much. We'll go ahead and let me go ahead and push this open. It's got a big old spring on it right here. They put on it to. Okay. Now what I'm planning on doing is just sticking this rod right there and right there, basically, and then it's going to pull this rod out. I'll set that more of a hair trigger here in a minute. All right. So we'll just get some string here. We'll cut it where we can tie it on that. It cuts pretty good. I ought to burn the end of that, but I'm not going to take the time right now. Okay, so, and I don't really like using traps like this that are made out of 6-inch panel because they just don't last that long to me. If you got 4-inch or less is better, I guess, because they can wedge their heads in there and they can bend them and break those bars. And it is crazy how much force they have and how they can do that. I'm just telling you, the smaller the panel you can use, the better for your sides and your front and back. The top and bottom, not quite so much. It don't hurt to have 6-inch on your bottoms, or even no bottoms, but a smaller trap you really need a bottom because they'll flip it up and get out. This way they are kind of contained. Okay, now see how much pressure it's going to take. It's not much pressure right there. Okay, so we'll just put that right there. We're going to come around here and we're going to snug this up. It's already hot, so we should be able to put this pretty snug. I almost want to put it up here, but we'll bait it real heavy back here. Actually, we can come way on up here with this string. Doesn't really matter. But that's the way I always do. I just leave me plenty of string where I can fix it. And then you can also tie it up here and you ain't got to bend over. Now we're going to bait this thing heavy in here. I guarantee you guys, right here around these trees and those trees, this whole hillside was covered up in pigs last night. I could not. I know I kind of went overboard on my video. I was like, wow, there's pigs. Like, I've never seen a pig before in my life, but I'm just telling you guys, I may not catch another pig here. I don't know, but there was so many pigs. Trust me, it takes a lot for me to get excited like that about pigs, because I mean, I see them all the time, but I just can't believe I've already caught, I believe it's 102 pigs off this spot right here. Wow. And I think it's close to 150 all through these few miles right here. Over the last this year, and over the last 2 years, I believe it's going to be over 650. I'll have to get an accurate count, a better count. It's just unbelievable how many pigs. I just rounded it off to 5, and we're already at around 150. So I'm just gonna put corn in here everywhere. I want these guys to stack in here. It's amazing sometimes you can catch so many pigs in one of those traps you can't hardly get the door open. I don't know how. I guess they keep wedging in there. They usually, after a door is completely shut, won't wedge in there. The State Department showed us a deal, and they said they had a camera on one on a saloon type door trap for 2 years and did not have one hog push the door open after it was closed. And I believe them, because I've only seen that I know of. Well, I had one trap shut where we were baiting, where we were hunting. We chose them during hunting season. I just tripped the doors, and get in there where they want to fight over it, you know. Anyway, I just tripped the doors, and I went down there one day to go hunting. I had a big boar in there. Went down the next day and I had a big boar. So ever since then, I have always tied my traps open so that if something gets in them, they can just walk out. You know what I'm saying? When I'm not checking them, is what I'm talking about. You know, when we're not actually trapping. So if you trap, always tie it open. That way, if a animal is curious and gets in there, or something happens, wind blows, whatever. I really want to set this big trap right there in that hay, but these darn cows will be out there and they will mess with it and mess with it and mess with it. If y'all want to watch, I'll try to record me setting it up. It's kind of, it's not really that big of a deal, but it's not that much fun. Does that make sense? Those drop traps are so much better. They're just so easy to mess with. I'm gonna turn my air up and get it going in here. And all right, we'll get a strap off here. I'll try to hurry and show y'all guys what I do. Oh, I forgot to get that piece is broke. It may work for tonight. I may be able to tie a stick or something on it. Golly, I keep forgetting. I don't use this trap a lot because I just don't like using a big trap like this, because yes, like we said, you can catch a lot of hogs, but they also hurt themselves and blooded their nose, run into the end of it, and it's just hard to get them out sometimes. I have the gate in the corner. I've done all the things that I thought I should do on this, and still sometimes it's just so hard to get them out. Let me get my tools here ready. Gonna be a 9/16. I think that's what that one is. Yep, 9/16. Oops, I better put that bit in there or I'll lose it, huh? That's a handy little kit right there. I've added some stuff to it. It was just drill bits, but I've added a couple things to it. Some sockets and stuff, and I just kind of keep that. That's kind of my trap deal. Yeah, what did I do with my wrench? I may just have to get a pair of pliers. Okay. Alright, y'all. And then take this rod, and whenever I get an end off of there, I'll just stand it up. Let's see, that one. I'm trying to think of where all this goes. It's been a day or two since I see this thing here is bent. Doggone it. I should have got another one. I think we can make it work. I think we can coax them right underneath that fence right into here. Let's see. This one was the one I had for my gate. I'll probably tighten them up a little bit in bolts. But this one didn't wiggle quite so much. Ow! Hit myself in the stomach. Too hot to be doing this, guys. It has cooled off a lot. I am grateful for that. I think I used to use this one as my gate. See how that thing is all bowed and even busting in a couple spots. I mean, guys, you figure you get a 200-pound bore running at full speed in a 30-foot stretch. He can put some pressure on stuff. Let me just put it that way. I mean, they can do some damage. All right, I think this one's going to be. I'm trying to remember which piece is what. I think this one's going to be on this other side. They should all pretty much bolt up the same. Because when I cut the holes or drilled the holes and everything, I kind of had them on drill press and drilled them out the same way. Alright. Now, what I usually, well, let me get this other one out of here. This one here has to go right here because it's got my gate. I can load them out of there. Okay. Get that off. This one goes up there. That used to be where I had my battery. I got another camera ordered. We're gonna make a new trigger for this one. And it should be here day after tomorrow, I believe. So I'm gonna put a strip string on this one as well, the way we used to use it years ago. All right, now I can go ahead and start setting this thing up. Now I kind of got everything over there. So what I do is I take my little rod here. Whew, I'm out of breath already. Okay, what I do is I take my little rod right here and I hold this one up. Try to. Come on now. Make a liar out of me. There we go. I just hold that up. And I get over here and I just start on one corner. Start bolting it together. Now we usually just bolt it together loosely. And then we'll start, got some lock nuts there. They'll go on my gate end down there probably. Okay, now I guess there was an old house and cellar and stuff right here years ago. An old foundation and stuff here. It's pretty neat, these old farm places. All the neat things that are around them. If y'all seen that video I put up of the or what am I trying to say? The dozer blade. Oh man, that was just cool, I thought. I mean, it's just an old dozer blade, but it's an old, it had Caterpillar wrote, you know, on it. I thought it was pretty cool. Just some of the old stuff around, you know. All right. Yeah, after I rigged this pickup up, I cleaned out a lot of my bolts and stuff like that. So half the time I don't have any extra. I need to get restock. Like if I drop one of these washers or one of these nuts. So I need to restock all that. Buy me some more bolts this size. This is an oddball size, kind of, to go between two, or to bolt together 2.5 inches. So you have to cover 3 inches, but then you have to have enough room for the nut washer and this panel right here. So it's kind of a odd deal in a way. I know it don't sound like it, but it is. So another tip is don't bolt your 2 long ones together, because it can tip this end here over. We might as well put this back before I lose it, because I don't need it anymore, I don't think. Now, let me go ahead and drag this one off while we got this one on the ground, so that maybe it don't hinder me too bad. It doesn't take super long. I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, or probably don't take that long anymore, 15-20 minutes for me to set this one up, because I've set it up so many times. But let me get a couple more bolts out of here. Hopefully I didn't lose any of them from last time. I guess I left it sitting outside in the rain, this bucket. Luckily it wasn't full of water. Of course, as much as we're needing water, I couldn't gripe if it was, I guess. All right. This one's a little bit heavier because it's got this door in it. Man, y'all hit the like button and subscribe if y'all would. That would be greatly appreciated. Doesn't cost anything. Just helps my channel. Helps YouTube, you know, see my channel, or however they do. Again, I honestly don't even know how all that works. Really, I mean, I'm learning. So hopefully I can get better at this deal. See if I can lift this up high enough. I mean, it's all out of whack down here. What in the world am I doing? I think I'm using all the right stuff here. I'm hitting on something. The bolts are all bent. And the bolts are all bent up. I guess the ground isn't exactly level. Doggone it. I don't really know what's going on. Let's see if this one's in there. Get something in there to hold it. Huh. I never had all that problem before. Maybe I've got this pushed around this way too far, you reckon? There's a big old hole to step in right there. Yeah, I bet that's what the deal is. I bet I gotta pull it back like that. Okay. Now let's see if this will all go. Ah, come on now. Got too far, I think, now. Whew. This thing will wear you out. All right, that one's going. There we go. It's a little bent up. Guys, I don't know how many hogs I've caught in this thing. Look at this right here. It's all bowed out. I've caught a bunch of hogs in this thing over the years. And like I said, in one way, I love it because you can catch a bunch. But another way, I don't, because it just hurts them. I mean, not all the time. I don't mean that, but. All right, now we are cooking with Crisco. Whew, it's hot. The old wind has kind of quit blowing. Yeah, it's pretty warm. All right, let's see. Let's get my bucket. Go around this side. Is this thing still recording? Okay, we're still recording. All right, guys, hang in there with me. We'll get her done. This is just part of it, you know. This is just part of what happens. Like I said, if you're not really interested in this part or something, go ahead and fast forward or whatever. But I just thought I'd kind of show it as I went along. Appreciate y'all riding along with me on this mess, this crazy life. Crazy old life. All right, let's see. Let's stack this one up, or set this one up, stack it up. I say some silly stuff, don't I? I hope it's not gonna be all screwy with the ground being so unlevel. Maybe not. That's what's bad too about these things. If the ground isn't perfectly level, them little pigs can hook in these things and drag these traps all over the place, spread them out. Especially when we got a large group in there, especially a large group of big hogs, it can be quite a rodeo. You really can. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, but something else when you set one up, think about where the pigs are going to want to go when they leave. They've been going back that way. So they're going to come to this side or try to go out that gate. You know what I'm saying? After you get them caught. So that might be, you know, something that you consider while you're setting your trap. And it's definitely something to consider on which end you put the door. Because you want to put the door in the area where they're going to be coming to. Does that make sense? Okay, stay right there, buddy. Trying to hold it with one hand. Put the nut and washer on with the other hand. Just let me get it started. There we go. All right, got that started. We'll get all this started and then we'll come back around. And it don't take just a second to tighten it up. See, this whole thing's all bowed. It's crazy how much these pigs have bowed this thing over the years. And me hauling it and everything else and flopping it around. And it's just all kind of part of it, you know. All right, let's see. I guess probably a straighter one. Hope y'all can see something I'm doing. Hope y'all's having a great week. Man, y'all guys vote, man, this year. They say that like 50% or more of Christians do not vote. Now, I can't understand that. I mean, yes, God is in control. I understand all that. But guys, He also gives us responsibilities, you know. If we're just going to sit here and do nothing, we can't gripe about what happens to our world. So please get out and vote. However you're going to vote, please vote. I mean, I don't see how you can vote but one way, but that's my opinion. You're welcome to your opinion. We've all got one, you know that old saying. Okay, I gotta lift the end of this because this is all crooked. But just vote. Just think about it and vote, please. Think about your kids, your grandkids. We have got to vote. This is what if this was the last opportunity we had to vote? Look at it that way. A lot of places don't have the freedom that we have, guys. You know what I mean? And our parents, my dad, World War II vet, so many people have died to give us that opportunity. Let's not throw it away. Let's just not throw it away. My dad, he never got to see all my hog trappings. He passed away before I met my father-in-law, and my father-in-law got me into all this mess. And it's been a wild ride ever since. It's been pretty neat. He is the main reason, my father-in-law is the main reason that we get to trap in most places that we get to trap. And probably my dad too, as far as just his, I guess, reputation or whatever, you know. He was a good guy. But my father-in-law hauled hay for so many people for so many years all over these counties that we trap in. And everybody in the world down here knows him, loves him, would do anything in the world for him. And he used to be on the sheriff's department. But that's kind of why I get to do what I do. It's from his years of hard work. You know what I'm saying? And I sure don't take that for granted or away from him, because that's very important, you know. And guys, if you go hunting on somebody, do what's right, you know. Pick up your trash. Don't tear up their fences. We have deals, you know, hunting deals around here, contest deals, and people will come from all over the place and tear up the darn fences and things like that. And I'm like, man. And then nobody wants you to hunt on them, because they're like, we're just tired of all the mess, you know. And you can't blame them. But why would people do that? I don't understand that. Maybe they never had a dad to teach them. But you would think just common sense and common courtesy, you know. But it's sad. There's so many people that don't even have that and just don't care. They just use and abuse, and that's it, you know. Just don't even care. Here they come. They may be fixing to plant some wheat in here. Hopefully I'm not in their way. Yep, they're fixing to plant wheat in here, so that's going to get the hogs in here even more. That could be a blessing or a curse. Either way. You know what I mean? Now, where did I come up with an extra bolt? Oh, I'm one bolt short, aren't I? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm one bolt short, actually. I'm one bolt short. Hope I got another one in there. If not, I'm gonna have to use some baling wire or something to figure this thing out. Alright guys, let me go see what I can come up with. And I'll get back. There we go. Anyway guys, I got this thing baited out. Now my trip string, I got it pretty high so the little ones can come underneath it. Hopefully the big ones will trip it. Hopefully these guys will be done sowing wheat here by about midnight when these guys are always showing up. Put me a good trail right here underneath the fence. Now I didn't have a bolt, so I just double bale and wired that. Hopefully it'll hold. That's just on to keep the gate from going all the way out. And just got a little trip string underneath it. So we'll get out of here and we'll see what happens, guys. See, I just got a rod there, a little trip, and I've caught a ton of hogs that way. We'll see what happens tonight. And then I've got the other trap that we set over there, and a drop trap and another electronic trap. Appreciate y'all. Sorry, hope that wasn't too long and drawn out. It's just part of what I do. It's hot. 91 degrees. Wow. I knew it was hot. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, and maybe here in a couple hours we'll have some hogs. Maybe not tonight because they're in here plowing and sowing, but that usually don't bother the pigs. A lot of times that will almost call them, you know, come rooting up all these wheat fields. They're fixing to plant all this big field in wheat, and they'll come eat every piece of grain out of the ground. So we got to get these guys stopped. Like,